What's going on? Yeah, I'm inside. It's kind of crappy out, and yeah, yeah. I was gonna try to do this outside, but it's just the weather's not cooperating. I was tagged in the video your favorite backpacking gear company or outdoor gear company, I guess. I was tagged by Dragon Roams. And I think this video was this tag series was started by As a Crow Flies Hiking. So I'm going to link both of those. I think that's who started it. I think that's what Dragon said. Um, so it'd be really easy for me to say Hemlock Mountain Outdoors, right? If you don't know, I own Hemlock Mountain Outdoors, so I'm not going to do that. But I've been thinking since Dragon brought this up a couple weeks ago. What is my favorite gear company? What do I use the most of? Um, and thinking and thinking and thinking, and there's not a single company that I say this is what I have to have. I got it. If it's not by them, then it's not worth having. So it's really a tough one. It really depends on season. Like in the winter, I use gear by certain companies more, and then in the summer, I use gear by other companies more, but not solely. So like, what do I do? So I thought about doing this a little bit different way, and looking at it from favorite memories of outdoor gear, right? So that would be way back when I was a kid, and we're going way back. I know a lot of people hear this name now and they kind of go, "Ooh," but Coleman, right? Um, when I was a kid, everything we had was Coleman. We had big canvas, like seemed like 30 people tents, because when you're a little kid, everything seems bigger. Big canvas tents, and right down to when dome tents started coming out, we had Coleman dome tents. We had Coleman sleeping bags. I had a Coleman air mattress. I had a rollout mat. I think we had Coleman cots, like back when you used to just have a cot. Cots. I remember the Coleman gas lanterns, and the Coleman stoves, and all the stuff by Coleman. And even when I first kind of ventured out on my own, like when I was like 16, 17, I got my car and I was able to actually go out and start doing this stuff on my own. That's the name I knew. So I got a new Coleman tent, and I'd go to the Coleman, the outdoor section of stores by me was always Coleman stuff. So a lot of really good memories with stuff from Coleman. And I don't know what the quality is like today with their stuff, but back then it was like the best you could buy in a, you didn't have the internet obviously back then, and so it was harder to find local retail or local businesses in from other areas in your own local shop. So there really wasn't that kind of cross marketing that you have today, where you can find little companies that you never heard of before and try out their gear. So yeah, I mean, I just remember we had a fairly large property, and that's where we camped most of the time. And then there's a little pond back there, and we'd set up next to the pond. And I remember we had this outdoor cat that would come down and climb up the side of the tent almost every time, which freak you out when you're a kid, But it was always good memories, being outdoors and camping and experiencing that, and just always seeing that red logo, the Coleman logo and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Coleman. A little bit different. Like I said, I'm not sure what their qualities like today. I do still have one piece of Coleman gear. Hold on. So the only piece of Coleman gear I still have is this. I got this when I first started kayak camping down in Florida. And this thing was tiny for the time. And we're talking 10 years ago? 10 years ago? What's the size of that thing? That's the smallest thing I could find. Because I had to downsize my gear to go from camping, car camping, ground camping, to taking all my stuff in a kayak where you've got a limited amount of space. And then it's just, went onto the fuel canister. And that's how you cooked your food. They're a lot smaller now, but yeah, I still have it. It still works. It's kind of my backup. So if something happens to my little wood burning stove, or my solid fuel stove, or my alcohol stove, or my solid fuel stove, or my pocket rocket, or the other little one I had before that, then I go to this. So it's my redundancy of my redundancy of my redundancy. But it's still, that thing still cranks. So, and it's built like a tank. It's called. I think they still make these. The Peak One system. All right, so yeah, Coleman. I'm gonna go with Coleman, just because I don't really use any specific brand consistently anymore. I'm not afraid to try new things. So, but yeah, always good memories with the Coleman. So, as with most tagged videos, I'm gonna tag some people here, and curious to see what they say. I haven't spoken to these guys, so hopefully you guys can join in on this. So KrizAkoni, Burnwood Bushcraft, and Backpacking with Jason. Those are my 3 tags. Curious to see what you guys think are your favorite backpacking outdoor gear. I'm curious to see what Burnwood says, because being a bushcrafter, he's got a different view on things altogether. When we met up last year, it was kind of interesting to see his take on outdoor gear, as a bushcrafter compared to, our take on gear as backpackers. So it was kind of cool. So yeah, those are my 3 guys: KrizAkoni, Burnwood Bushcraft, and Backpacking with Jason. What's your favorite outdoor gear? And hopefully it stops raining and starts snowing, and I can do some outdoor stuff in the winter before it's spring. So till then, see you in the next.